bring in some of our family members to tell us some stories, just kind of their perspective of what they went through, you know, more in detail about what they actually lived.
Okay, so like I mentioned in the first video, my brother has experienced a lot of crazy things, so he's here to tell you guys more stories and things that he's experienced.
Esta historia que voy a contar son de las muchas de que han pasado en mi casa. Pues ahí hemos estado viviendo más de 10 años, creo. Antes de que nos moviéramos ahí, yo estaba pintando antes de moverse, pues de moverse toda mi familia. Y con mi primo y llegó una señora que vive a cruzar la calle de nosotros, una viejita. Y me dice la señora, me dice, ¿ustedes van a rentar aquí? Le dije, sí. Dijo, oh, mi hija quiso rentar aquí, pero yo le dije que no. Y ahí dice que la señora, hace yo creo unos 20 años, dijo nos está diciendo la señora que había fallecido, la señora que vivía ahí. Y antes de fallecer, pues sus hijos en vida pues las trataban mal, las maltrataban y ella se metía en un cuarto de atrás donde ahorita es un baño, pero antes era donde poner lavadoras, al cuartito ese a llorar. Y ya las personas que han vivido después de que ella falleció ahí dicen que escuchan así como que alguien llora. Y no pensé mucho de eso, pues dije, pues a lo mejor la señora nomás se enojó porque pues, vamos a vivir aquí y su hija no. Después de años tenemos una perrita y es muy sensible a todo, pues es muy sensible a todo. Y una vez era tarde, eran como las 12 y mi mamá me habló, me dijo, mira cómo le hace la Maya, pues la perra, cómo gruñe, y estaba gruñendo para el cuartito donde a mí me había dicho pues años atrás la señora que vino. Me había dicho que ahí se metía a llorar, pero sí estaba gruñendo así pero no se quería acercar. Es cuando sí me acordé de lo que me había dicho la señora. En esa misma casa también, yo pues me quedaba en un cuartito que hicimos yo y mi papá, pues el cuartito al lado de la casa. Me acuerdo que empecé de repente me levantaba como eso a las 3 de la mañana. Me despertaba y me despertaba un ruido en el techito del cuartito. Escuchaba como si del techo de la casa bajaban a brincar como al techo de mi cuartito. Se escuchaba que daban pasos y como que, bueno, está la puerta, donde estaba la puerta, por ahí se bajaba. Y como que cuando algo se bajaba, pues como que se escuchaba la puerta así. Y pues eso fue varias noches. Yo le dije a mi primo, a David, le dije lo que estaba pasando, él me creía. Y una vez sí lo grabé y se lo mandé. Y se escuchaba cómo caminan y como si hubieran movido la puerta. Y hasta que no se lo mandé, sí me creyó. Y yo de primero pensaba que era un gato o un animal o lo tacuachico. Pero se me hacía mucho peso de lo que daban los pasos, de que dije, no puede ser un gato. Este es el cuartito del que les estaba hablando. Este cuartito antes estaba pegado a la casa, pegado aquí se puede ver donde estaba. Y estaba como en este nivel, se escuchaba que obviamente brincaban y caminaban en el techo. Daban como 6 pasos. Y al bajar siempre bajaban por esta parte de la puerta, y cuando bajaban se escuchaba literalmente que la puerta, el candado o esto de aquí se movía así.
We also brought in my brother, who has also experienced a lot of crap, and he's here today to tell us more in detail about what he's gone through. And we happen to be filming in the place where a lot of those things has happened.
What's up, guys? I'm David. I'm the one that experiences a lot of paranormal sleep paralysis. I'm a veteran in that, guy. Want to hit me up? My Instagram right here. To the DM, I'll explain. Like my brother explained, we grew up in a Christian home. So like I said, we're all sensitive to this kind of area, especially when you're baptized, because when you're baptized, you give your life to God, so the devil attacks you even more. So it's a very hard pathway when you're baptized in a Christian. There's a video that somebody's recording. You can see me in the background, and you can see my mom. You can see one of my friends that was, his name is Angel. He was talking about his experience. You can see in the video, he was trying to talk, but nothing came out. I think it was like a testimony he was trying to say. Like something was blocking his mind. And as soon as you see him like go down because he couldn't think, you can see what looked like a blue orb come out of what I think was like my mom. It goes up, and as soon as it hits in this area, the camera kind of glitches and it just shoots to the right.
Especially because he was like testifying, no? Like
yeah, he was testifying.
And like, oh no, that's crazy.
Yeah, so they'll show the video on there, and you guys will put it in slow motion as well, and you guys can see. I think we saw like it looked like a face in the orb, but I mean, you guys make decisions on that.
Yeah. Especially during a Bible study, you go see
It was
it's like.
It was on a cell phone, so you can see the camera quality is not that good. So it was kind of, I'm saying, maybe 8 years at most.
Okay, so going back, we were talking about you in our first video about the David Day. No, you guys have seen the video. How does that creep you out a little bit or no? Or
What was your first reaction when you first heard about it?
When I heard about that, I was in middle school, and their story they told was of a guy named Rayitos. He said it was gonna be a boy, and if you didn't name it David, it was gonna die. So that's what he told my parents. So my dad and my mom kind of like freaked out. So they ended up naming me David. And I so happened to be born on March 1st, which was it's supposed to be David's Day or something.
Saint David's.
It says Saint David's, I guess after a king. I mean, kind of explains the whole paranormal. I mean, it might be linked to why I experienced since I was like a little kid, 5 years old. I started seeing things, paranormal stuff, see paralysis. It was back in when I was in probably around this middle school. We used to live in this house, apartment, and then that's the only place I would feel very terrified. I was dreaming, I don't know if I was dreaming or real. I would see this little girl, but she was like greenish. I don't know what it was, maybe Ghostbuster or something. I don't know. So I would see this girl like every now and then, and I was like so terrified in that same house because I was sleeping on the floor in a room with my brother. And then one time I felt like somebody threw a pillow at me. I opened my eyes because I was already falling asleep, and then I see my brother through the doorway. He was in the living room. So I go up to him and I'm like, hey, why you throw a pillow at me? He's like, I didn't throw anything. So I'm like, well, somebody did. I don't know, somebody threw a pillow at me. He's like, no, it wasn't me.
So in this room, our recording studio, this used to be your room. What have you experienced here?
I experienced sleep paralysis. So I used to have it almost every night, at least twice every night. In this room, I didn't really see anything, but I did experience sleep paralysis. But I think my mom and my sister, I guess this was during daytime. So it was daytime, I was at work, it was only them two. I guess they saw somebody peeking through the door, peeking out to where they were at. They were in the kitchen, so I think it was like a red eye. They said it was like a red eye, and it was, the surrounding was red, the inside was white. So she saw it, she freaked out. But before that, the dog was already barking at the door. So that's what made her look towards the door. So my sister didn't want to turn back because she had her back towards the crack of the door. So she didn't want to look back. The dog started barking at the door, and then that's when my mom was freaking out. Telling my sister to look back that somebody was peeking through the door. So they didn't want to look back. So what they did was they just started running towards the rooms, which was like the opposite. That's when they called my other brother. And then he called to the phone, and then he ended up coming back here like an hour later. He checked the garage, nothing was here, and then we did find some of my, cause I have pop toys. I have the Deadpool one, and I have the Black Ranger. I have those on my desk, and then those somehow ended up being inside the washer. So I'm guessing the pupil was the one from Deadpool. It looked like Deadpool's pupil. So I don't know if that was peeking through the door crack, but.
And we have no younger sibling como para que digan no pusieron adentro. Like no, we asked everybody, nobody grabbed it. Why would anybody grab those? You know, like both of them, they were just in there. They were just como así straight, like just looking up.
Albert, I am one of Emily's older brothers. Like she was saying, yeah, well, I mean, we kind of grew up around that whole scene of paranormal because we grew up in church. I don't know if you guys grew up in church, but you're bound to be more sensitive to that kind of stuff. I mean, the whole family has like a lot of things to tell, but personally, I think it's ever since my oldest brother, which is the one that Emily introduced earlier. He suffers. I don't think it's suffering. I don't know if he suffers or not. He always experiences what do you call it? Sleep paralysis. And ever since he started telling people about that, people start experiencing it too. I know it happened to one of Mimi's little sisters, Alma. Like I don't know, ever since he just mentioned it, it just happens to me too. And I don't know, it starts off like just like you know that presence you feel on top of you, and then eventually it's like you start seeing things. I think one of the more recent ones that happened was probably about a year ago. I was laying with my back to my wife, and we had the dog sleeping in between us. And then I remember I just felt that presence on me, and then I just opened my eyes, and I see my dog like being dragged away from the bed, floating, and I can't move. I can only see him like being dragged, and I'm trying to talk to her, like I'm trying to like you know like make some kind of movement, but the only thing you can really move is just like probably your fingertips or your toes. But it was just as real as like right now. And I remember just like closing my eyes, and then it's just like I see like in the corner of the room this just tall, really tall figure. I'm scared to look directly at it, and I just closed my eyes, and I just started grunting like very loudly, like hoping that she would hear me. I just started like grunting, and she just like hit me like, what's wrong with you? And I said, as soon as she touched me, I woke up. I took that breath, and I just broke down. Like I've never felt that before, and it's just like to this day, it's like even after I experienced it, probably like a couple of days after she experienced it too. And it's just it's almost like
You know what? We're gonna sleep tonight.
it's almost like a chain reaction. I'm sorry if you guys feel it tonight, but whatever.
So this concludes our video for today. We had a few stories that were shared with us.
Please make sure to follow us on our Instagram and comment down below what other videos you guys want.
We hope to include you guys in our next videos where you guys get to share, you know, kind of your stories and, you know, us reacting to it and us reading all about like what you guys have gone through. So if you guys want to send your stories through Instagram, you know, send us a message and we'll be reading them. And thank you so much again for helping us reach 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And we hope that this family keeps growing.
Paralysis.
Stop!